In the chaos of revolution, one name rose above all others, a name that would define an era and forever alter the course of history: Napoleon Bonaparte. From the rugged island of Corsica, a young, ambitious artillery officer emerged, his mind a brilliant forge of strategy and ambition. During the French Revolution, his genius ignited. At the siege of Toulon, he didn't just win, he orchestrated a masterpiece of cannon fire, announcing his arrival on the world stage. When royalist rebels threatened the new republic in Paris, it was Napoleon who, with a whiff of grapeshot, scattered them and saved the government. His reward? Command of the army of Italy? There, against all odds, he turned a demoralized, starving force into an unstoppable machine, achieving legendary victories at Lodi, Arcole, and Rivoli. He was no longer just a general, he was a national hero, the man of destiny. By 1804, destiny was fulfilled. In a ceremony of unparalleled grandeur at Notre Dame, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French. The Republic was gone. The Empire had begun. This was the age of his greatest glory, Austerlitz, the son of Austerlitz battle. He achieved his tactical masterpiece, crushing the combined armies of Russia and Austria with flawless precision. He dismantled the old powers of Europe, obliterating the Prussian army at Janow-Orstedt, and forcing Russia to the negotiating table after the bloody Battle of Friedland. His empire stretched across the continent, from Spain to Poland. Governed by his revolutionary Napoleonic Code, which brought modern laws and administration to millions. He was the master of Europe, seemingly invincible. But even the greatest masters can make fatal mistakes. In 1812, driven by his ambition to control all of Europe, Napoleon invaded Russia with the largest European army ever assembled. The Grande Armée, it was a gamble of epic proportions, and it failed catastrophically. He reached a deserted, burning Moscow, but the victory was hollow. The brutal Russian winter became his true enemy. Starvation, frostbite, and relentless Cossack raids turned the retreat into a death march. His magnificent army was annihilated, its frozen remnants staggering back across the border. The myth of his invincibility was shattered. Europe, sensing weakness, rose against him. A new coalition formed, and at the colossal Battle of the Nations at Leipzig, Napoleon suffered his most devastating defeat yet. The Allies invaded France, and in 1814, with Paris occupied, the emperor was forced to abdicate. His first exile was to the tiny island of Elba. The world thought the story was over. The world was wrong. In an audacious escape, Napoleon returned to France in 1815. The soldiers sent to stop him instead flocked to his banner, and he marched to Paris without firing a shot, reclaiming his throne for a period known as the 100 Days. The powers of Europe, stunned and furious, declared war not on France, but on Napoleon himself. His final campaign began. He won his last victory at Ligny, but 2 days later, on the rain-soaked fields of Waterloo, he faced the combined forces of Wellington and Blucher. It was a clash of titans that decided the fate of a continent. By nightfall, his army was broken, his empire was dust, and his dream was over. This time there would be no return. His final exile was to the remote, wind-swept island of St. Helena in the middle of the Atlantic, where he would die 6 years later. So who was Napoleon Bonaparte? A tyrant who plunged Europe into war, or a visionary leader who spread the ideals of the revolution? A military genius unmatched in history, or an egomaniac whose ambition knew no bounds? The truth is, he was all of these things and more. A man of immense complexity, his legacy is written not just in the annals of war, but in the laws, institutions, and the very identity of modern Europe. His story is a timeless epic of ambition, glory, and ultimate tragedy. Thanks for watching. You enjoyed this journey through history? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more.